Welcome everybody to Thursday Yoga. We are going to get fit and we're going to work on flexibility, and we always use this time to get focused and to let go of stress. All right, so if you're in the right place, let's go. You can always hit like and subscribe at any time. That's helpful, and if you ring the bell, you'll be notified with future videos. Standing tall. You can come anywhere at the center of your mat or at the top. And you're going to plant your feet, drop your arms, and reach your fingers a little to the floor. Gently turn the palms open, rolling the chest up. Close the eyes. Inhale from the fingertips all the way into the heart. Exhale from the heart, down and out through the fingertips. Inhale from the fingertips, all the way through the arms, follow it to the heart. Exhale from the heart, back out through the fingertips. Inhale from the fingertips to the heart. Exhale from the heart to the fingertips. Bring your palms together, the center of the chest. Take a moment to quiet the mind and bring your attention to the space between and behind the two eyebrows. We'll chant one nice Om. You can do it mentally or with me out loud. Inhale. Om. Keep your eyes closed for just another minute. Really relaxed. We're going to do stress relieving breath. Take a deep breath in. Hold the breath. Exhale everything out. Let go of all stress, all concern, all ideas of being perfect. Let it all go. Inhale, fill the lungs completely. Now hold. Let it gather up all fatigue, all worry, anything negative, and then exhale it out. Just let the earth recycle that energy. Inhale, pull everything you need for your practice, all the energy, all the inspiration, pull it toward you. Hold the breath. Exhale, let it go, and slowly open the eyes. Namaste, everyone. That means I see the light in you. I respect you. I honor you. Thank you for being here. Let's interlace the fingers. Push the interlacing down, and slowly come up over the head. Drop the chin to the chest. Inhale. Exhale, stretch. Inhale. Exhale, lift all the weight out of the legs. Inhale. Exhale, lengthen the body, especially the legs. Inhale. Exhale, press the feet, lift the chest. Inhale. Exhale, lower the arms, center the head. Behind your back, chain to clasp of the fingers. Roll the shoulders back, tuck the chin. Squeeze your arms toward each other. Inhale. Exhale, reach the hands down, the back of the neck up. Inhale. Exhale, get the elbows closer together. Squeeze the hands. Inhale. Exhale, keep letting go of the stress. Start to energize your body. Inhale. Exhale, drop the tailbone, neutral pelvis. Inhale. Exhale, release the hands, center the head. Drop your chin to your chest. Drop your shoulders forward like you just fell asleep. Roll the head down almost to the hip line. Bend the knees, bring your hands to the floor. From here, come to a downward dog. You may need to turn your body. You can put your hands down and walk your feet back. So your body, it feels like a downward dog, like a dog stretching and lifting its hips, but it looks a lot like a triangle or a mountain. When I'm in India, most places call this the mountain. We all have a slight different vocabulary. Every teacher has a slight different vocabulary, even though we have the same references. So just get used to whatever vocabulary from whoever you're studying with, okay? This is the downward dog. In India, they call it the mountain. Some people might call it a triangle shape, okay? Now, let's bring the knees to the floor, toes together, and sit back on the feet in the child's pose. This is the first sense of balance. This isn't a difficult balance, but mentally, can you stay here and not be restless? You're not tapping your fingers, you're not wiggling around. You're just falling into this state of contentment, which leads to inner balance. When we're not content, we'll never be balanced, even if we're standing on one leg perfectly, okay? So, in each pose, see if you can find that state of contentment, that inner balance, that equipose. Good. Now push down on the shins. Let's come back to that downward dog position. You're going to wrap the triceps in, turn the inner thighs to the back. You may bend your knees if it's too intense. I want you to lift your heels up and down. We're just going to stretch the feet and go up and down. And lift the heels up and down. Lift the heels up. Drop one heel. Bend the opposite knee. Just press, hold, press, and switch. Press, hold, press, and switch. Press, hold. This should feel good. Press, hold, switch, and press. Last one. Hold, press, hold. Now lift both heels up. Roll forward to a plank. Lower the knees, chest, chin onto the floor. Here you're going to squeeze your elbows in, pull your hips backward. Slide forward from the knees onto your abdomen. Point the toes. Pull the shoulders back, lift the chest in a gentle cobra. Flex the feet, push back to downward dog, trying to go as smoothly as you can. Inhale, lift the heels, roll forward to a plank. Exhale, lower the knees, chest, chin, slowly to the floor. Slide forward, cobra pose. Point the toes. Exhale, flex the feet, downward facing dog. Now let's go through it a little quicker. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Last one. Inhale, roll forward and lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a little step in. Reach your right hand to the outside of the left heel and pull.
If you can't reach, you can hold the floor, okay? If you can get your ankle there, you can pull a little bit, look under the left arm, and then return to downward dog. Take the left hand to the outer right foot or wherever you can get, and look under the arm. Look to the right side there, under the arm. And downward dog. Walk your feet another step forward, bend the knees, and come up under the fingertips. This is like a finger tent, just the tips of your finger there, like a cup. Wrap your triceps in, pull the belly in, and start sitting your buttocks a little bit back. Lengthening the lower back, pulling the knees over the ankles. Keep lengthening. Relax your hamstrings, let them spread. Sink your feet. Keep going back a little bit more till you feel a little bit of your abdomen touching your thighs. If it's still not there yet, bend your knees a little bit more. And don't worry about this. This could take several weeks, okay? If you're there, go ahead and drop your chest, your chin, and hang your head. You can still use your finger tents there to control the balance. Take a couple of breaths here. Relax your toes. Sit the buttocks back like you're almost going to go sit in a chair. And then drop the buttocks a little bit more and start to roll up your body, dropping your hips, shifting your knees a little forward now, your hips a little forward, and coming up to a standing position. Okay? Mountain pose, Tadasana. Breathe in. Breathe out. All the other balances are based on this one. Breathe in. If it's too easy, try closing your eyes. Exhale. You can always challenge a balance by either closing the eyes or looking the head up to the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale. Take the arms out like a T. Shift your body into the right foot. So that's already kind of on one foot. You can feel the left hip kind of relaxing and the right hip getting a little tighter. And then come back to the center. Shift over to the left foot. The whole body moves over. And you feel more weight in the left foot, and you feel a release in your right hip. So the right leg's going to be ready to go somewhere. Come back to the center. Take the arms up near your ears. Shift to the right again. Feel for that release in the right buttock and flex your left foot out to the side. Sorry, I'm mirroring you. Good. Press. So you're on your right foot and the left foot's out. If you have it different, don't worry about it. Just so you do both legs is good. Okay, now when you come in, you want to get the weight back to both feet. Now shift to the other side. And then brush the free leg out. If you don't quite have it yet, you can use your toe there to help find it. If it's okay, again, you can try to close your eyes or you can try to look up and make it more challenging. Good. And bring that leg back in. Swan dive over the legs. We're going to try to get our chest to our legs, our stomach. You may need to bend your knees. You could hold the floor. You could hold your legs. Okay, drop your head. You could put your hands on blocks if you have them and you need them. Now shake your head, yes, yes, yes. Try to loosen up the neck. And shake the head, no. And then kind of, sort of, maybe, like however feels good to move your head. And hang. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Tip a little toward the balls of the feet. Breathing in. Breathing out. Drop the head a little bit more. Breathing in. Firm your thighs. And breathing out. Hands catch the waist. Inhale, come to a flat back. Find the balance on both feet. And come up. Mountain pose. Now we're going to go a little further. You're going to shift onto the right foot Take the left leg out to the side. Turn it out, bend the knee, and put either the foot in the calf or up on the inner thigh. This is Shasana, the tree pose. You're going to press the foot and thigh together. If you can maintain it, bring the hands together. If you need to hold it, that's fine. You can hold. Lift the elbows, drop the hands, thumbs to chest. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. This really strengthens the standing leg. Inhale. Exhale. Get tall as the foot comes down. Get taller and taller and taller. Feel both feet and then shift to the left. Release the right leg out and turn the leg out. Bend the knee. Put the foot either in the calf, or if you have the flexibility, to get it up all the way, you have to use your hand because your knee doesn't bend that much by itself. So you got to really pull it. Okay? Assemble the hands or hold the foot and breathe in. Out 1. In. Out 2. In. Out 3. Steady. In. Out 4. If you fall out, just try again. In. Out 5. We all fall out of balances. As the foot comes down, grow tall. Separate your feet hip width apart. Grab the elbows overhead. Do a little Dharma wiggle here. Shimmy out. Loosen everything up. Then inhale. Pull the elbows to the sky. Exhale. Fold. We're going to try to bring the elbows as close to the floor as we can. If they get to the floor, just press to the floor. Inhale. Exhale. Keep working on our flexibility here. Inhale. Exhale. If you need, bend the knees. Inhale. Exhale. Change the clasp of your elbows. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Reach the clasped elbows forward. Exhale, come up. Catch your waist, roll the shoulders back, and lift your chest up to the ceiling. Keep all the weight out of the lower back. Comfortable breath. Keep lifting in the navel. Lift, lift, lift. And come center. Okay. Now go to the back of your mat so you have room in the front there. Okay. You're going to step forward on your right foot, take the arms out like a T, and tip your back forward. So it's like flat to the floor. Bend your left knee and take the toe up to the ceiling, the gliding. Both knees are bent. You're trying to split your thighs and spread your arms. If you need, you can hold the floor. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Step to the back of your mat. Mountain pose. Left. Step your left foot forward. Bend the knee. Arms out like a T. And tip the body forward. Each balance gets a little harder, okay? So this one's harder. Bend the back knee and take the toe up, but let balance be fun. Let it be challenging, like a child. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Keep lifting your toe up. Point your foot so it looks nice. Inhale. Exhale. Keep lifting your toe. Inhale. Exhale. Gliding. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do one more breath. Inhale. Exhale, step to the back of your mat. Mountain pose. Inhale, look up. Exhale, look down. Roll all the way down to your feet. Walk out to a plank. And separate your feet a little bit. Everybody, put your right knee down. Roll onto your right hand, right knee, inner left foot. You're going to look up to the ceiling. We're preparing for a balance called Vashtistasana.
They're also known as side plank poses. Here's the basic one. If you have a wrist problem, you can make a fist on the bottom, or you can lower it to the elbow. Return to the plank pose. Stretch the body. Remember, you're trying to get rid of all the stress. Lower the left knee down and come onto your left hand, left knee, right inner foot. Look up if you can. Make a perfect T with your arms. Stack the shoulders and try to make your arms straight. You can see the top hand. If you can, it's too far back. Keep it right over the shoulder. Find the balance. If the next versions of this pose get too hard, you can always lower the knee like this and do this one. You can see it's very strengthening. Return to plank. If that feels okay, you want to go a little harder, go on the outer edge of the right foot. Make the T arms. And if you have the balance, see if you can put the left foot on top of the right foot. You may wiggle around a little bit, might take a few tries, but that's normal. These poses are never perfect, especially in your first try. And then come to the plank. Let's try the other side. If you need to drop to the knee, you can. If not, go on the outer edge of the left foot. If it's still, you got a little more sense of balance, stack the feet. You can look up or center, but try to get the arms in the T. Very important. And then back to the plank. Lower to the floor. Now, take your arms back. In the back of the palms on the floor. You can put the forehead on the floor. Okay? Keep the back of the palms on the floor. Lift the shoulders. Lift the legs. Lift the chest. Balance on your abdomen. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Turn the cheek to one side. Lower everything. Relax. Forehead to the mat. Start the same way. Lift the shoulders, the legs, and the chest. This is enough. Stay here. If you want to go further, bend the knees, kick the feet up, and grab your ankles for Donorasana. Still, we want to balance on the abdomen. So if you're on your pelvis, go a little forward. If you're on your ribs, go a little bit back. Be right on the belly. This is good for all the internal organs. And it's a beautiful balance. Sometimes you see dancers do this. One dancer lifts the other dancer. They have to hold just right. They got to balance this just on the partner's hands. They don't have the floor. So you develop this sense of balance that you could do this anywhere. Everybody come down. Turn the cheek the other way and rest. Come to hands and knees. Step your right foot forward. Back leg out behind you. Kapiyasana. Okay, there's a couple of versions of this. If you need more padding under your knee, put more padding under the back knee. Okay? If it's too much too, you could lift your knee off like that. You can do this in a lunge. Okay? If this is fine, you want to go to the next level, walk your hands up to the front knee. If you know full Kapiyasana, you can always go ahead. If you know your poses, you're more advanced, and you have a really good, strong practice, and you know which version of this pose you want to work on, you can go right to it, okay? If you're just learning, stay with me, and you'll see all the progressions. Catch your hips if you want to go further. If not, stay.
and start to lift your chest. So whenever something goes too much, you go back to the previous version, okay? So you work right at a comfortable level so it feels good for you. You want to try the whole thing, clasp all the fingers, extend the pointer finger, and then start pointing the finger up and back. All weights out of your lower back. Kapiyasana. Stretch, stretch, like you're going to lay back over your back leg. Okay, let's change gracefully. Take the right foot back, step the left foot. And again, if you did the wrong side first, do the other side. Don't do the same side again thinking, you're going to get on the right leg. Doesn't matter. The important thing is that you're balanced. Okay, now make sure the back knee is comfortable. The front knee is pretty much right over the ankle. If it goes a little forward on this pose and you don't have any knee trouble, that's fine too. Okay? Option, walk up to the front knee. If you're having trouble balance, turn your front toe in a little bit, 10 degrees. Lower the hips, lift the chest, press the front foot. Want to go a little further? Catch your hips, push them down, and lift the chest up. Want to go more than that? Clasp the fingers, Kali Mudra, the hands with the pointer finger extended, and start working here. It takes several breaths to get into a deep Kapiyasana. This is almost a split. It's preparation for a split. You're trying to get a line from knee to knee. That means the pelvis is getting closer to the floor. No weight in the lower back. No cut. Hands to the floor. Downward facing dog. You're just going to neutralize everything here and breathe. If you're tired, drop to a child's pose. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Now, we have 3 more balances to go. You're going to step your right foot to the middle of the mat and take your left leg up. This is the standing split, okay? You might be bent knee, like at the beginning. You might stretch your front leg, or you might stretch both legs. You decide, okay? Then go on those finger tents. Make like a triangle between your ankle and your 2 hands. More balance, take your right hand to your ankle. More balance, you can walk your hand in and then maybe hold the ankle with both hands. Downward facing dog. Place the hands and step your feet back. That one's always challenging. Let's step the left foot to the middle of the mat. But it's good for you. It's good to be challenged. Very important. Don't give up. Don't get discouraged. Take the top leg up. You can do bent knees. Or you can straighten the top one. Or you can go and straighten both. But there should be no pulling in the top of the hamstring near the buttock. If you feel pulling here, you need to bend your knee, okay? Go on the fingertips if you're ready. Keep lengthening out your back and try to find that split. Find the perfect spot for your hands. If you want, left hand to the ankle. And then right hand, you can try to bring that in. You might go to one finger. You might be able to grab your ankle. Okay, now we're going to come to the downward dog. So put your hands down and step back. Inhale forward to the plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. And downward dog. Walk your feet to the middle of the mat. Hang over and slowly roll up. Last 2 balances, okay? Mountain pose. If you want to get good at balance, do the Thursday yoga tape over and over and over again, okay? You can also do this one sitting in a chair. We're going to turn out the right leg, grab the heel, and we're going to bring everything up. It's called the Ballet Stretch. You can hold a wall. In general, that's a good idea when it's hard to balance. Get near a wall and hold it. You can also bend the knees if there's too much flexibility. And break the pose. Okay, now we do the other side. I'm going to get the left foot. Sometimes one side's harder. And we come up. You find the balance. Look straight ahead. Try not to look down because it will make you fall forward. If you want harder, try to look up or close your eyes. And break the pose. Last balance. Let's put the right hand to the floor. Take the left leg up. Half moon pose. Ardha Chandrasana. You're going to point the foot, lift it as high as you can. Those of you who know Ardha Chandrasana, you can do any variation you want. You can bend the top knee, grab your foot. You can try to take the bottom hand off. If you're working on the basic or you just want to work on flexibility, do this one. This is the best for flexibility because you can push the hand. Helps get your top leg up to split. Drop the top leg and come down to mountain pose. Last side. Step to the left. Put the hand down. If the balance is hard, you can just tap your back foot. If you know, go ahead. Start lifting up. Do the version you did on the first side. There's ways of putting all these balances together. These are some of my favorite ones because they get you strong, but they also get you very flexible. I never like kind of strengthening where you feel tight and heavy after. I always like my body to feel light. So I do the poses that are most conducive for that. Bring your top leg down and return to mountain pose. Turn your palms forward, close the eyes. Inhale from the fingers into the heart. Exhale back down to the fingers. Inhale the fingers into the heart. Exhale back down, letting go of all fatigue. Inhale from the fingers up. Exhale back down to the fingers. Relax. Now, headstand pose is a perfect balance, okay? It's like this, but clasp all your fingers like this. And then wrap it behind your head. Okay, so you try to make it still like you're standing. So you don't want to pull your head forward. That would be like rolling to the back of the head. And you don't want to lean back because then you're going to arch your back. It's not going to feel balanced. You want to have the same as this, but with your hands here. Okay, let's come down. I'm going to give you something if you're just beginning, okay? If you're just beginning, you're going to put your arms down like that. If you know headstand, go ahead. If you need a wall, set up near a wall. It's always good if you're in the center to do it kind of near the back of your mat. So if you tumble out, you're not going to knock over anything important, and even more important, you're not going to hurt yourself. If you're a beginner, you can stay here. Maybe put your head on the floor, or maybe keep it a little bit off if you don't like that feeling. If you have an eye surgery, high blood pressure, or you're scared of doing this pose, just lay down for a minute and skip this pose altogether. If you're ready to go on, put the crown of the head down, and the back of the hands against your head. Press the elbows, press the forearms. And you might just stay here. There should be no pain in the neck. It should be just open and comfortable, okay? Ready to go further? Pick your knees up off the floor and tiptoe forward till your hips feel like they're overhead. If you get scared, you feel like you're going to fall back, take it back a little bit or go near the wall. Take one leg up, bend the knee. Now you want to keep that leg very bent. You start feeling for your balance. Okay? When you're ready, you can pick the next knee up. Try to find your balance here. You can change your legs. You could come up and down a few times. If you're just starting, you really want to work on coming up and coming down. Don't worry about the headstand yet. Keep the knees bent. Very bent when you're starting. If you're ready to go further, you can take your legs up, especially if you know this headstand. You can go ahead. There's lots of different ways to put your hands as you get more advanced. There's other positions. You can always see that in BKS Iyengar's book, Light on Yoga. He gives all the different variations. Also, the 908 Poses of Yoga by Dharma Mitra. He has lots of headstand variations. This pose is called Shasana, head balancing pose. Beginner is 0 to 3 minutes. Intermediate is around 5 minutes. And advanced is about 10 minutes. Never force. To come back down, bend the knees and split the legs. Take one toe to the floor and the second toe to the floor. Walk back so you can bring your knees down. Release the hands, separate the knees, and come to a child's pose. Swing your legs around, come to a sit. This pose is a balance on the buttocks, okay? So you got to find just the right spot. Shouldn't hurt, okay? Bend the knees, hold under your legs, and then start to tip back a little bit till you don't need your feet. You can take one leg off the other. Maybe you can get both. It's like between the tailbone and the sits bone, somewhere there. Take your legs to tabletop. Too hard, take it back. Too easy, straight your legs all the way. If you have the balance, go ahead and release the hands and inhale. Exhale. Keep breathing here. Try to stretch your legs. And try to shape your feet, your inner heel in line with your big toe. Your palms are facing each other. Shoulders are pulling back. Lower the fingers, bend the knees, and stretch. Now, we're going to balance on the shoulders. If you can't do a headstand because you have a neck injury or the eye thing again or high blood pressure, you can do legs up the wall. Okay, looks like this. Okay. If you can do shoulder stand, you can take the legs all the way up. Walk your hands toward your shoulder blades. Get your legs over your body so you can get your shoulders rolled back and your neck very comfortable. You notice how I can still talk? If it talks like this, it means you're cutting off the breath. Make sure you can breathe. You can say your name. Everything's smooth. If you have that much, go ahead and lift your legs, put your thumbs with your fingers, and aim to get your feet over your shoulders. This is the shoulder stand, Shalambhasana. We want to keep the shoulders rolled back, and we want to stay real calm and quiet here. You can even close your eyes. You got either legs up the wall or Shalambhasana. And focus in the eyebrow, between the eyebrow, right there. This is the same as headstand. 1 to 3 minutes is beginner. 5 minutes is intermediate, and working around 10 minutes is advanced. But that doesn't mean you're an advanced practitioner or all that. It's just a guideline that some schools use. I wouldn't get caught up in it all, but it is just kind of interesting to know, okay? You may do it longer, especially if you have a thyroid illness or you're experiencing a lot of stress in your life. You might choose to do this one longer and really work on it. Or if you have a lower leg injury, right? You could do a lot of things up here and not on your feet. Like you could do your splits here. You could always try that. You could do side splits here. You can do frog. You can do leg raises, one down, one up. You can do lotus. There's a lot of things you can do. So if you had a sprained ankle, you're recovering, you could do something like this. When you have varicose veins, this is good for help get rid of them. Now, to come out, if you have legs up the wall, you can hug your knees in the chest. If you're up in the shoulder stand, bring your toes over your head into the plow. Make sure you're still balanced on the shoulders. You can just use your hands there to help. And then bend the knees right near your ears, Tadasana. Some of you can have your shins on the floor, if you can get your hips up high enough, but make sure you stay on your shoulders. You don't roll into your neck. Okay, everybody come to hugging the knees. And so you're going to lower the hips, keep the head on the floor, and hug the knees into the chest, okay? Good. Now to counter that, put your elbows on the floor. Make fists right over your elbows. Push the elbows down. Start lifting your chin up to the ceiling. Stretch your legs out, lift your chin way up, and then bring the crown of the head to the floor. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Push the elbows. Inhale. Exhale. Tailbone, head toward each other. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Shoulders back. Roll the chest up. Inhale. All the way down the back. Exhale, lift the chin, come down, hug the right knee into the chest. Open the right arm to the side and twist to the left. You can look over toward the right hand. Stretch. Good. And switch. Hug the left hand. Left arm out to the side. And twist. You can look over the left hand there. Just relax your back on here. This is just to neutralize everything. And coming up. Hug both knees in the chest. We're going to work a little bit now on our flexibility. I know we've been working on our flexibility the whole time, but this we go for a couple poses that require a lot of flexibility, okay? I'll give all levels, so there's always something you can work toward. And it's good to have challenging poses. It's good to have easy poses. especially in warm-ups. You never want anything too hard. But it's also good to have these poses that you're working up to. They might be poses you never do. You know, like there's some poses that I've never done well. And there's some poses I've never been able to do. But I have tried them. Okay? All right? Let's put the feet on the floor. You learn something for everything. Every pose helps the other poses. You get a little bit of knowledge. You learn about your body. And it's all good exercise. This is the wheel pose, sometimes called Donorasana, the upside down bow pose. You're going to place your hands next to your shoulders. Okay? You're going to have a chance to adjust them in a minute, but you don't want them way back here. It's never going to work. You got to get the hands under the shoulders, right near there, as close as you can. The feet are about 12 inches apart, and you lift the hips. Keep your elbows pointed to the ceiling. Don't let them drop out. Stomach tight, legs strong. If this is enough, stay here, especially if you can't bend your back a lot or you have a wrist injury. Stay here. If you can, on the count of 3, we're going to put our head on the floor between our hands quickly. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now if you need to change your hands, change your hands. On the count of 3, we push up. 1, 2, straighten the arms, 3. There we are. Breathing in wherever you are. Breathing out. And breathing in. Any variation is fine. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Now put the crown of the head back down. And then tuck the chin, put the shoulders back down. And everybody come down. Hug the knees and the chest. Okay, let's do it one more time. You can either do the bridge or the wheel. Go ahead. Either the bridge or the wheel. Keep breathing. Keep working. Make everything a state of contentment. Focus, flexibility. And coming out, everybody return to knees in the chest, hugging. Take one rock to sit up. Come to hands and knees. Now this pose is very challenging. The Hanumanasana, the splits, okay? So I'll give something for everybody, okay? Right foot forward. If you know Hanumanasana and you know all your variations, go ahead. First variation, you could just do this, or you could do Kapyasana. Second, you could pull back, flex the foot, and try to get your head to your shin. If you're ready to slide through, you could always use blocks or put a pillow under or roller. You want to get bent knees but apart. Oh, here's the cat to help me. Okay, this is Mufasa. Sometimes you see him in the other videos. The dog's name is Layla. I don't know where she is today. Okay, if you want, you can go all the way down. Now say you get stuck, like your hip starts opening. Lift, come out of it a little bit. Reposition your hips and slide forward. A lot of the splits is all about alignment. You got to get each foot leg on its own track, and you don't want to open the hips. You got to keep the hips facing the front leg. If you can, bring your body up. Any variation, you could fold over, you could bend back, you could twist, you could try no hands, depending on your ability. Okay, let's change the leg. Okay, step the left foot forward, and you could do either Kapyasana, or you could do head to knee. This is a great one, especially the runners love this one. Or you can start working on Hanuman. Usually, people discover that one side's easier, okay? So that might be you. When you get to your harder side, don't force it. With the harder side, you might just do it maybe twice and do the good side once and do the more challenging side twice. Or you might just hold the challenging side a little longer until they gradually, over time, get more consistent with each other. Okay? You can pick your back up. You could take your head over. You could go back. You could take your arms up. Yogi's choice. You could even rock side to side. That's a great way in any pose to loosen something up. Just rock a little bit, okay? All right, I think enough of that. Out we come. Let's do 2 more poses before we relax. Stretch the legs out. Reach the arms up. You can just relax the feet. We're going to come all the way over. You can pull your heels, your elbows to the floor. If you're a little tighter, slide your arms under, turn the palms down, and just rest on the forearms like this. Okay? Any other version is fine. Just remember to stay in that realm of contentment, balance. Everything in yoga is balance practice. Physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. In fact, I think as human beings, it's something we're all challenged with. And sometimes we're very challenged with it. Like that's my dog squeaking a toy. Okay. If you hear squeaking, that's my dog Layla. Okay. But sometimes, especially with overworking, if you work a lot or you have kids, it can be very hard to find balance, but you can. A lot of it's in our mind, and really taking those rests when we can rest, if we're really busy. If you're not really busy, you're more on the lethargic type, then you might need to make yourself go to walks a little bit more, do more breathing exercises, so that you balance. Okay, balance the nutrition, balance your sleep, balance, and if something's lacking, like say you only get 3 hours of sleep a night, try to balance it with doing some deep relaxation, some slow stretching, some breathing exercises, meditation. Okay? Now let's come up and step the right foot over the left calf and twist to the right. Turn, you're going to lift up and turn as much as you can. Look up and around. Look back. Push the leg into the arm into the leg. And release. Other side. Stretch the right leg out. Left foot over. Now, take the arm over. If you can't get that arm over, you can just hold your knee, okay? The most important thing here is that you twist. So go ahead and twist. Look all the way back. Oh, here's the dog. Hello, doggy. And come center. Hi, everyone. This is Layla. We're going to relax now, but just for 2 minutes, okay? We're going to take Shavasana for 2 minutes, okay, Layla? So stretch your legs out and lay back. Okay. Palms up like we did in the mountain pose. And 3 times you're going to inhale from your fingers all the way into the heart. And exhale back down to the fingers. Inhale from the fingers up to the heart. Flood the chest with the breath. Exhale, let it go back down through the fingers. Inhale from the fingers, the palms, up through the wrists, into the chest. Exhale, let it all go. Relax completely. Now, begin to deepen the breath. If you like to rest a little longer, just stay in this position. Continue to relax. If you're ready to come up, start to move your toes, your fingers. Reach the arms overhead. Give a nice stretch to the whole body. Any stretch that feels good. Walk the knees up into the chest. Rock a little side to side. Keep the eyes closed. Roll to one side and come up to sitting. Slowly, slow motion. Doesn't matter which way you're facing. Just keep the eyes closed, the focus in the forehead region. And when you rest, everything resets. It's like when you power off your phone. Everything shuts down, everything resets, realigns. When you turn it back on, it's like perfect, like brand new. So remember this idea of balance, something you can continually come back to. It's good to have something to work on because it keeps you focused. You're working on balance. Maybe every Thursday you work on balance. And see what you learn from that. See how you feel when you work towards balance in all directions. Bring your hands together. Drop your head, and thank you so much for being here, everybody. Please like and subscribe if you can. And I will see you next time. I'll see you Friday. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Namaste.